Hello and welcome to Scarlet Scoop. I'm your host and multimedia editor, Khalid Mualim. Brutus the Buckeye has turned 50. Though he's up here in age, he's more energetic than ever. Brutus was born in the fall of 1965, and he celebrated his 50th birthday making some new friends on Thursday at Ohio Stadium, as he helped familiarize freshmen with Ohio State cheers and traditions during Student Life's Buckeye Kickoff. Students came down from the stands to form the number 50 on the field in honor of the birthday boy before concluding the evening with Carmen, Ohio. We have a special guest on the show, Kaylee Rentz, our assistant sports director at Lantern TV, to talk some OSU football. Kaylee, you were at practice on Wednesday night, and there were some weird vibes going on.
Definitely some weird vibes. I actually saw Nick Van Nett. He was the first person to kind of walk in that caught my eye, and he just looked distraught. It looked almost like every single player had just gotten the wind knocked out of them. So it was a really odd scene, and then there was just a big black kind of tarp, almost cloth, that was covering one side with a bunch of players covered around it, and they seemed to be hiding a player that had been injured. So the media was allowed into the Woody, which was odd, but there was definitely an injury. Media day was canceled. Everyone was told to leave. Obviously, some reporters did get a little bit heated, started arguing, but in the end, we were told to leave. And then later that day, OSU did announce that the sophomore wide receiver Noah Brown will be out for the entire 2015 season due to a massive leg injury. He underwent surgery on Thursday, and so now he'll be recovering, but he will be unable to play for the Buckeyes.
Of course, that's a blow for him and his family and all of that. Prayers up to him. But how big of a blow is that to OSU football for the upcoming season?
Well, Noah Brown was definitely a big talk about, a big topic for the spring game. He was talked about widely, I think just about as much as Sam Hubbard was, a guy who's going to be playing in Joey Bosa's position. But with suspensions of Joey Bosa, Corey Smith, Jalen Marshall, and then Dontre Wilson, and now without Noah Brown, that leaves the wide receiver spot, kind of up in the air. Braxton Miller, we haven't seen him play before. He will be now playing H-back and then a wide receiver too. So it's something for Ohio State. They're going to have to work through it. But there's also Michael Thomas who will be sitting in the back. Michael Thomas, he's got great speed, big guy. So, he's a rare combination for Ohio State. He'll also be able to play. Johnny Dixon will also be in for the Buckeyes. So it'll be different. But Virginia Tech will be a tough game without some top wide receivers. But moving into the rest of the season, you'll have all the suspended players back, so Ohio State will be back up in their standards.
So what's the game plan for Urban for Game 1 against Virginia Tech?
I think it's just going to kind of be trial and error. I think right now it's just going to be practicing with these wide receivers, making sure they're ready, making sure they're prepared. Really, I think Braxton's going to be his go-to guy. Braxton and Michael Thomas would be the two people I would think of, just because Michael Thomas is so big. He's really fast, and Braxton's the most athletic kid on the Buckeyes, in my opinion. Just a very athletic guy, so he's definitely going to be a big go-to. Plus, he has game experience, which is what Urban's going to go to. But honestly, that guy is so secretive. I feel like we're never going to know. But I think all of the wide receivers that will be available will definitely work for the Buckeyes. I mean, this team is recruited so well that I think Urban will definitely put together the right team.
All right, and that's Kaylee Rentz, our assistant sports director. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
It's a new school year, and there's a new staff for the Lantern Media Group. We offer an inside look into the newsroom. Our editors tell us what to expect for the school year and how you can get involved.
The Lantern is Ohio State's student-run newspaper. We publish 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And we also have online content available 24/7, and it's updated throughout the week. We really make it so it's a flexible experience for everyone. They can write for sports, campus news, review concerts, take photos, design pages, or go on camera as a Lantern TV reporter. We really work to be a learning lab for people interested in going into journalism and really giving them the experience that they need to be successful in the real world.
My coolest experience would probably be when I went on Ryan Cabrera's tour bus, because I got an interview with him because I was going to review his concert. And I wrote this pretty critical review of it. The opening line was, "Ryan Cabrera is a basic." And the next day, his publicist called me to ask why the review was so critical.
Well, if you'd have asked me about a month ago, I'd have said that getting to shoot OSU football for the first time, that was like a dream of mine for years. was to be on the sidelines of an OSU game taking pictures. But I actually just got to review the Adina Menzel concert, and I was right up front, and that was pretty cool because I've always been a big fan of hers, and getting to write stories about things that I enjoy is probably the coolest part of it.
It's going to be intimidating this year. The football team coming off the national title. It's probably going to be an unprecedented amount of national and local coverage at every game and practice and media availability. So
a typical day or week at Lantern TV just involves a lot of communication because there's always breaking news or changes in the news, and we have to collaborate together to decide what we're going to cover in our news content and sports content. So just a lot of collaboration, setting up interviews, just getting involved in the community and making sure we're covering everything that's interesting to our viewers.
Even if you're not a journalism major, if you've never written anything before, but you're just remotely interested in something, I think you have nothing to lose by coming in here. We will do our best to make you feel welcome and help you reach whatever personal or professional goal you're going for.
That's it for this broadcast of Scarlet Scoop. For more news updates, check out thelantern.com and make sure to like us on Facebook and to follow us on Twitter and Instagram.